Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm good. How you guys doing? I'm good. How you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Thank you. Alexa, volume down. So, can you guys keep the taps going while I'm on here the whole time and share the videos? Now they're being good. They're chewing on their toys, I think. Good to see you guys too. Thank you. Just waiting for some of my moderators to come on. Like a teenager. Thank you. Sometimes I wish I was a teenager again. I wish I had that energy. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Oh, my eyes are kind of like watery because I have allergies. So I sat down after my radio reading. I came home and I sat down. My eyes started itching. So I probably look like I'm either high on something or it looks like I've been crying. Hello, everybody. But I'm okay. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Hello. I'm just waiting for some of my moderators to come on. I got some coming on today. Hello. Oh, Carrie, nice. Thank you. Hi, you guys. What's up? Hello. I'm doing good. Hope you guys are doing good too. Hey, hello. Hello. Give me 1 second really quick. I gotta fix something. Hello. Do I still do lives on Facebook? I got this, so what happened is somebody put child porn on my business page and sent it out, as advertisement. So Facebook charged me $75 twice for that, banned me so I can get back on the page. So every time I tried to talk to them, because we all know if nobody works at Facebook, so they always keep sending you to their help page, and that doesn't work when these things happen. So you can't. There's nothing you can do. I even sat down and wrote Facebook and like a regular mail over it and sent it to them, waiting nothing. And so after the 30 days was up, I got a note, a message on my Facebook saying the time was up. It took too long. And so they disbanded my page. It's still there, but I can't get into it. It's locked forever. So it sucks. Both my regular page and the one I worked really hard on, my Facebook page, I had over 30,000+ followers on there. It's all gone. So I start all over again. That's what you can do. It sucks. But I'm good now. I haven't let it get to me too much. I started a new one. I need more people on that page though, so I can get it going again and start doing more free readings on there. But right now I only got like probably less than 300. So I need help with that. Yeah, Facebook sucks. They don't care about children and pornography. Thank you. And they don't care about anybody else. So Mark Zuckerberg's all he's worried about at this point is working about the Oculus and everything. So he doesn't. So I do have an Oculus. So I went on there and it's part of that. I don't know what it's part of Facebook, whatever. And I complained about it, and you can actually talk to people live on there. Well, they said, well, we can't do anything because we're not part of Facebook. Well, the metaverse is Facebook, and so that just sucks. So I rather work more with TikTok at this point than Facebook. Thank you. I do miss a lot of things about Facebook that I normally can at this point. Facebook is bad. It's really bad. They don't care. Like he doesn't want anybody working there. Thank you for your gifts. I appreciate that. So I have so if you guys want to follow me on my new page, it's under my bio on here on TikTok. All you have to just click on it, like and follow me, please. That helps me quite a bit. It's lift me up a little bit more. And then don't follow my old page on there, the one that has over 30,000 people. I can't get to it, so people are messaging me on there. I can't get to it, which sucks. I don't understand Facebook. They suck. They do. And I've heard that this has been going on to a lot of people, and Mark Zuckerberg obviously doesn't care. Yeah, I've given my driver's license a million times almost every day on there, and nothing happened. Nothing. So if you guys want a private reading, all you have to do is go under my bio on here, where my cartoon is on here, and under it, where it says Facebook, click under that. Like and follow me, message me, a half hour, 65, an hour is 125. Do I have any moderators on here yet? I'm just kind of waiting to see before I start moderators, so I can get this going. Any mods? Well, thank you, Kona. I appreciate that. And I know I'm full on mods. I'm just hoping one of them shows up. I got to clean my mod thing off there soon. Next time I get on here, I got to remember to do that. Hello, everybody. I think all my mods are probably watching something on TV. Something big's probably on TV right now. I don't know. Honestly, you guys, I don't know if I got room for any more mods. I got to clean up my mod stuff again. Give me a second here. I'm not even sure. I think I'm all full. I got to clean it up next time I get on. Hi, everybody. Thank you. I'm doing good. How you guys doing? I'm just waiting to see if I can at least get one mod on here. They usually just show up. I just gotta be patient, and then it'll start. Because I get some of these religious people on here, these religious freaks. Then you have your people that are skeptics, and you have your trolls and your whack jobs on here. So I need my mods to come clear me up from these people, so I can focus, not to worry about these weirdos on here. Thank you. I was on the radio today. I don't know if any of you guys heard me when I was on the radio or watched me on the TikTok earlier on my radio show. My things with my mods are full. I got to clean it up. Thank you for that, and I appreciate that. Thank you for the ocean. Thank you guys for the gifts. Please follow those gift givers, you guys. So when you guys ask me questions like, "Will you and Nathan work out?" I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those psychics. Those are those weird psychics that do the flip floppy things with the coins and the pendulums. I'm not one of those. I'm a real medium. I'm not one of those that works with that dabbles in tools of divination. I don't do that. And when I say dabble, I mean they're playing literally on it. They're not taking. They're just playing with it. They're not respecting it, and I don't agree with what they do on here. That's just me. That stuff should be respected. Let's see if I got any of my mods. And I think it's okay for people to do tarot cards. I got tarot cards. I've done it myself. I know some really good tarot card readers. I do. I have nothing against people like that. They do it for their job or something. But I'm talking about the people on here that just dabble and just constantly yes no, and with the pendulum. They're just asking for something to end up happening to them. My eyes are watery because I have allergies. Sorry. I know I look really sad, but I'm really not. Yes, it's very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. But when I see that stuff on here and people are falling for it, it's like, I feel bad for both sides, people that fall for it and the people that do it. Any mods? Do I have any of my regular mods on here yet? Anybody? I'm waiting for. I look sad because I have some allergies. Sorry. I'm looking for one of my mods on here because my mods are all filled up right now, and I don't want to start unless I have at least one mod on here that can help clean stuff up. So I'm hoping I get somebody on here. See, here's one right here. Only Jesus can tell things. Really? I don't know what your name is, but you got a fake name and your face looks fake. You're out. See ya. I can't stand fake people. I'll talk about Jesus and what the hell they're talking about. So you don't want me to be a mod. I'm too honest. I can be an asshole. I just can't stand those people like that. Like, they don't think I'm a Christian, really? Like, actually, I gotta put my Christian necklace on. I had it on earlier. I must have forgot to put it on when I was in the shower. But yeah, I wear this almost literally every day. But today was a weird day. I must have forgot to wear it. My mods are all full right now. I gotta clean that up, and I don't know if I have time yet. Because I'll have to stop this to do it, I think. Thank you, thank you. Let me see if I can figure this out really quick. If I can find out to get rid of some of these mods, if I don't mess it up. Give me a second here. All right, give me a second, you guys. I'm clearing up some mods on here. And then I'll add some of you guys on here. So who's been on here the most? I mean, who comes on here regular for me, you know? Any of you guys come on here regular? Okay, I got one modder, thank you. I just need to find somebody who's on here all the time with me. I need somebody I can trust, and not just once in a while. Because I just cleared a few of them out of here that don't come on all the time. All right, Exiled, your mod. All right. So, all right, for all you first-time people, I'll explain stuff here as soon as I get more people on here. Hold on. So now everybody's saying they're on here all the time. Now I just got to pick people. And I'm not trying to pick favorites. I don't know. I'm just going to pick randomly people, I think, because everybody's saying they're on here all the time, so I don't know. So if I don't pick you to be a mod, don't get mad at me. There's always another time where I have to probably clear it and get more people on. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. All right, Allison, you're a moderator. All right. And moderators, all I need you to do is to remind people to go onto my under my bio on TikTok if they want a private reading, because they'll be asking. They may be asking about, you know, how to get a private reading with me. Just tell them that, and kick out all the weirdos on here. There's a lot of people talking at once. I can't get everybody. All right, I think I got 3 mods on here, right? Hello, everybody. All right. So I'm just going to start. I think we have enough on here. I'm hoping to have at least that 3 on here. Let me see something really quick. So moderators, please inform people my bio. If they need a private reading with me, that's where they go. And kick out all the, the weirdos, the religious freaks, the know-it-alls, the troublemakers, trolls. I'm not a good moderator. I'm telling you what, I speak my mind too much. Thank you guys for the gifts. I don't let people bully me. I'm an asshole. I don't like watching people get bullied because I just pick up on that, and they don't like me because I stick up for other people. Thank you, thank you. All right. So let me explain it to everybody who I am, what I'm about, and all that stuff, because I know there's a lot of new people on here. I am certified, and I'll explain what that is later. I was born with this gift my entire life. I have been haunted by things. Things have come to me. I've seen things. Well, since I was a baby, my mom told me things are always playing with me, messing with me. My whole life, I've been, like I said, things are happening. And there's a one of these, there's my dog behind me. And one of these days, I'm going to talk about more of my story. If you guys ever come on here about what happened to me to get to me where I'm at, it's very spiritual and it's very positive. But anyway, I do believe in the Lord. I'm part Native American. I am also Sicilian, and I'm also some white in me. But I do practice the Native American culture. I practice my own Catholic belief system, which is Christian. And if people don't like it, that's too bad. It's just who I am, and that's just me. And that's my belief system. And to me, that's my truth. I'm not here to practice to preach anything on anybody. But I am a Christian and I am a medium. And to some people, you say you can't be both. Well, that's bullshit because the Bible is very spiritual, and I can go through scriptures in that Bible to say, you know what, Mary, Joseph, Jesus, the saints, this, and this, and I can go through all that too. But I don't have time for that because there's people here that need to be healed from readings. Anyway, how I got, my regular college degree is in criminal justice. I thought thank you guys for the gifts. I thought if I went to college, I got a degree, bought a house and everything, my life would be normal. Things wouldn't follow me. Well, the more I learned the more I repressed this and stuff, the more it got kind of crazier with me, the more anxiety I got, and it wasn't working for me. And the job I worked at for the county at a youth jail for 19 and a half years, if not more. And yeah, you get burnt out really easy there, off and on. And towards the end, I got to the point where I didn't care about the job. I cared about the kids, but not the job. And I knew at that point I had to get out. And before that happened, my spirit guide was always telling me it was coming. I didn't know when, but I'm so glad it happened. And I don't want to get into it because I don't want to, it's all political. So anyways, I jumped into my friend told me, I was talking to a friend one time in my area, and I said, I know I'm a medium, but I don't know how to work with it. I know it runs in my family, but we don't know, because I've seen my family get haunted by things, and I've heard the stories I don't understand. And he said, there's a lady in town, she's doing a spiritual development course, go take it. It's a very long course. I think it was 6 or 8 months, I don't remember. It was a long course. And you graduate and you get certified in it. And what keeps me different from other mediums, I'm not talking bad about every medium, but what keeps me different than most mediums is the course I took was actually studied through the spiritual development movement during that time period. So, and there's also some scientific stuff that was studied through it as well. So that's what intrigued me about it. And it's Christian, Christian related. So the interesting, the whole thing was just, it got my attention because this is where I knew where I needed to be. And so now I use that, my knowledge, the gift I have to help other people. Now, there's different different mediumships out there. We're not all the same. Everybody always thinks we're all the same. We're not the same. So there's trance mediums. There's the one at the third eye. I'm trying to think here, boys. It's hard for me to think because I've done readings today. But there's trance mediums. There's mental mediumship. Okay, mental mediumship. You have sleeping mediums, open mediums. You have medical mediums. You have physical mediums. Well, there's a whole bunch. There's a few other ones out there. But there's just different mediumships that are out there that people have that may or may not know they have them. So as a trance medium, you'll see me or hear me scribbling, and I use this pad to scribble, and you'll see me looking around. When I'm looking around, I'm trying to focus on an image that they're showing with me to add to that reading that only you, the reader, would understand. And I'll ask the spirit certain questions to get validation that it's them, and whatever healing messages is coming out. Now understand that when I do connect with the spirit, they will always show themselves looking young when I'm able to develop that. To pass that on. And I don't see them elderly, sick, handicapped, have a disease, bald, overweight, or dying of a disease or dying of an addiction. I don't see them that way. To me, they always come to me like in their 20s. And sometimes they come to me looking like they're in the 60s. Sometimes they come to me looking like they're in the 50s or even the 80s, depending on where they like to look young, I guess. So that's how I see them. There are times where I get, I can taste certain things. I can smell certain things once I really get into these readings. I can hear things, touches, I can get that too. So these abilities work all the way through me. But I don't remember a lot when I'm done doing, like if I'm done, I'm exhausted. But people ask me questions and I have to stop and think, and it's hard for me to think. It really is. And that's what's weird about it is I allow the spirits to work through me, but I don't allow them to use my brain. If I think during a reading, I get migraines, and I think that's spirit's way of punishing me. So understand that the brain is the ego. And the ego and spirit don't work together. So that's why I have to work with the spirit and not the brain, because the brain clogs up the messages that may be coming through. So that's just how I do it. So if anybody ever wants to know, yeah, it takes a lot of energy. And if you guys want a private reading with me, my moderators will be on here to explain how that works. You can just go on my bio and definitely click under it where it's that Facebook. Like and follow me there. Message me. A half hour, 65, and hours, 125. But I try to come on here to do free readings on Sundays over the radio, and on here to just to let you guys see what I'm doing. And this is my way of giving back to the community. Now, what I do is not evil. Some people think it is, but it's not. Not once do I ever bring anybody away from God. In fact, when I do spirit guide readings, I'll tell the person to get back with God because they haven't been praying or going to church or getting close to God. This is how it works with spirits. I mean, I allow them to work through me. I don't ever push anybody away from God. I bring them actually to God, and I only work up here at a higher level. I don't work down here. Earthbound spirits, I won't do those unless I'm crossing them over. And I don't work with lower realm spirits. So you guys are safe. Thank you. Those are the lower realm spirits you want communication with is probably more likely playing with the Ouija board or those voice boxes. And those things lie. Spirits, earthbound spirits lie. Anything earthbound or anything that's on the earth will lie. So when I connect with these spirits up here, you'll notice they don't lie. Some spirits will come through saying, sorry, I was a shitty dad. Sorry, I was a bad mom. And they'll explain to the reader, which I'm delivering that message for healing, why. They might have lied down here to the kid when they're younger, but up there, they're going to hold themselves accountable for everything. So spirits up here don't lie. Understand that. And if you guys watched my readings or had readings with me, you guys will understand this is how it works. It's all safe. What I do is of a higher vibration of God. So, okay, so now let's see who we're going to go first. I hope that helps. So here's the thing, you guys. If you guys don't have your face on here when I'm doing guest requests, I'm not going to do them. I need people with faces on here. And I don't know if she's going to be able to get through because I think she's going to disconnect. So all you guys with guest requests, make sure you guys come on here live because I'm not going to do a free reading like I'm doing over the phone. I want to prove to people what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I do guest requests. Okay, she's not coming through. And here's the thing, you guys. I do this every Sunday, so you guys got to be patient and wait. Otherwise, get my Facebook going, and you won't have to worry about these guest requests. I just need more people on my Facebook, so I can go start live again. And I won't do the guest requests where you have to have 1,000 people to join. So if you guys want free readings quicker, help me with my Facebook, get that page going again. Because my other page got banned. And like I said, I'm not doing those readings on here. I just explained that, and people are begging. If you guys want free readings, if you want a reading with me, just schedule readings, save some money up. Would you beg a hairdresser for a haircut? I don't see anybody begging them. Please, I need a haircut or I'm going to die. Please, please, I need a haircut right now. No. It's the same thing with me. Be respectful, you guys. It's frustrating. It's a good. Alexa, volume down. Sorry, my volume music was up.
You're fine.
And what's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda, who'd you like me to connect with?
My husband.
I'm sorry. What was his last name? What was his first and last name?
Jesse Gomez.
Jesse who?
Gomez.
Jesse Gomez?
Yes.
And how long has it been since he's crossed?
20 years.
20 years?
It'll be 20 years in August, yes.
So when your husband comes through and he tells me he's doing certain things to let you know he's here, you may or may not remember him because obviously you're probably, mourning heavily, and plus it's that time period. People don't remember everything. So if you don't remember things, just don't say no too many times. What I'm trying to say is just be open. Because when people say no really quick, they can block me, and that reading can go in different directions, and it
Okay.
happens sometimes. So, but eventually, if you're more open, you're going to notice this is going to be him because he's going to show himself to me, and I'll describe to you what he looks like and everything else he wants to share. Okay.
Okay.
So Jesse Gomez. He loves you. He says, "I'm sorry I left you without a husband, but I've been watching you. You still have your ups and downs over all this time." He owns up to his death. Do you understand that? He goes, "Tell her I am sorry I did this. I'm sorry." I need you to understand that it had nothing to do with you. And you still blame yourself. From today on, I need you to forgive yourself and let that go. I don't want you doing that no more. It's not, you didn't do anything. There's nothing you could have done. So he's saying that the could have, would have, should have, you need to let that go. You understand that? So that you can move forward. He wants you to do that. You need to do that. Honey, there's nothing you could have done. I had to do this to get out of my own misery. I don't expect you to understand it was so much. Every time I woke up, I felt like it was causing more and more pain to you and everybody. And I couldn't do that. I wasn't myself. I was an asshole to the end. I'm sorry. Will you please forgive me? I need you to let go of that pain so that you can move on. Because I'm not upset with you. I know you have prevented me, but I would have done it another way. I would have went somewhere else to do it. And he goes, "That's the truth." You understand what he's talking about?
Yes.
Give me a second. He's coming in hard. I can. When I took that deep breath, I kind of got like a little dizzy off that for a second. Okay. I also need you to forgive yourself. So there's a gentleman that comes forward with short, dark brown hair, and he's smiling. T-shirt and jeans. Is this him?
And what kind of jeans?
T-shirt and jeans.
Yes.
He's all healed up. He doesn't have this mental illness anymore. It's gone. What was going on up there, it's gone. His mom and dad are gone?
No.
What does he mean when he says, "I live with my mom and dad"? Does that mean he's always over there?
Probably.
Let me find out what his private heaven looks like then. Tell her I don't live in no slummy apartment building anymore. Tell her I got a brand new house and it's waiting for you to get there. I got it ready for you. Tell her it's outside of a city. It's in a big house, up, out. And we're all alone. There's one dog that ran by, so there's a dog that he had or he has that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So there's a dog. I'm seeing a necklace. And there's something on it, and I can't see it. It was so quick through my vision. There's something that was shiny at the end of it. Is that true?
Yes.
What's going on with the necklace?
He gave it to me a couple days before he died.
Wow. I'm sorry. And you still hold on to that.
Yes.
You still hold on to some of his clothes, he tells me. When you talk to him, you're weeping for him. He shows me.
Yes.
He's been known to mess with lights in certain areas of your house, but he's also been known to lay next to you while you're laying down. So there's validation that you feel him when he's laying down. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
He liked touching you. He was touchy-feely. And I know that because the image I got, your hand was there, and he's trying to grab your hand to console you, let you know it's going to be okay. So in real life, he was done the same. I don't know. Have you felt him touching you since he's crossed over?
Yes.
He's showing me a lot of validation here. I see a tattoo now. What's going on with the tattoo? You have one of him, or you have thinking about getting one, or what's up with the tattoo?
I have 4 for him.
Wow. Because he's like saying tattoo, tattoo. As soon as I got done talking to her, he kept saying tattoo, tattoo. So I thought it was like when he kept saying tattoo, it reminded me of the Love Boat. Tattoo, tattoo, you know? I'm never going to leave you. I'm always going to be here with you. I'm asking you to lay off of what's harming you. That's trying to make you feel better because it's not working. It's only going to make it worse. Now my ear right here is buzzing, which means there's a shift of energy going on right now. So you understand what he's talking about, right?
Yes.
He doesn't want you to pollute your body with that anymore. I want you to be better. I want you to get better. I don't want to see my love like that anymore because I did this to her. Today, you don't blame yourself. Today is forgiveness. Because you take that from me, would you? What do you want to say or ask him?
I want to know if he's watched his daughter grow up.
What's her name?
Brianna?
That girl is growing like a tree, he says every day I'm there. He said he's also visited her in dreams in the past. Yeah. And she still talks to him. So he hears her. She's driving. He's with her when she drives. He goes, she's playing some good music, or good tunes is what he's saying. He goes, I'm protecting her. You don't worry. Because I'm worried about you now. You work on yourself so that you can be better and so it can help our baby girl.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect her now. We don't want to keep that going. He said, don't be stubborn. Because he must know how you are. And then I just got an image of him giving you a quick kiss on the cheek. Because I love you. He's waving me goodbye. That sound like him? Are you okay?
Yeah,
It sounded like you needed that.
I did need that.
Was it all validation for you, it sounds like?
Yes.
There's no way for me to know any of this. I don't know you. I don't know nothing about you.
No.
I hope this helps you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. God bless you.
You too.
I need something to drink really quick. Hold on. Thank you guys for keeping the taps up. You guys keep the taps up. That's what's going to keep me going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please follow these gift givers too, by the way, you guys. These guys are awesome by giving out gifts, so make sure you follow them as well. Thank you. Again, if you guys want a private reading with me, a half hour is $65, an hour is $125. A half hours for a phone, an hour's for Zoom or phone. It's under my bio on here. Click it. It's that Facebook one. And like and follow me on there, please. And message me if you need a private reading. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. All right, let's see who the next person is. Hello, everybody. I'm not. One thing about me, you guys, I'm not going to be the medium that's going to get you in this week or tonight or tomorrow. I'm not that medium. A good medium is going to be booked out further, and that's worth it. Unless you get what you pay for. If you want a medium that's going to give you a reading within a week, you're going to get what you pay for. That's not me. A lot of people regret that. They'll say, Paul, you know, I wanted to do a reading with you within that week, and then you told me not to, and I was so frustrated. And I said I'd get back to you, but now it's been like a few months later, and then you were booked out further. I wish I'd have waited. It's true. You're just holding back your own healing that you need.
Yes.
Hi. What's your name?
Jennifer?
You're not fit. You're not. I mean, you're over 18, right?
Oh, I'm 45.
Oh, you look young in that video.
Oh,
And who you want to connect with?
my brother John?
Your brother John.
Yes.
And what's John's last name?
Gammage? Gammage?
Gamage.
Yes.
How long has it been since your brothers crossed?
4 years.
Okay. Give me one moment. Your brother comes forward with light blondish brown hair. He wears a hat.
No.
He does not wear a hat.
No.
Does he have blondish brown hair?
No.
All right, thank you. Hold on. That means somebody else is jumping in. Let me clear it out. Hold on. And that does happen. It does happen. I'll be real with people. I'm not going to lie. But hold on. I want to be real with people. I'm not going to be 100% accurate. But if the majority of the readings are accurate, then that's fine. But let me connect with them. John Gamage with a G.
Yes. Yes. And he's a junior.
Well, is the other one in heaven too?
Yes.
So do you think that one's jumping? They got that guy jumping in too? Because that happens all the time.
Yes.
So you guys have
Yes.
juniors and seniors in heaven. Please let me know. Thank you for the gifts. Because if you guys don't let me know, they'll jump in and I won't know anything about what's going on.
One is my father and the other one is my brother.
Well, all right. So there's a gentleman coming through with dark brown hair. He said it's medium length, which is not like long for like a girl, but medium length for a guy. Is that him?
Yes. Yes.
Who's that?
My
Thank
brother.
you. So the dark brown hair, medium length, right?
Yes.
Is your brother?
Yes.
I'm sorry I left you without saying goodbye. My passing was quick. I didn't feel anything. Mentally, you weren't the same. You were screaming, you were crying. It took you a long time to get this through. Like you were still in denial of this. You understand that? You were freaked out, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's asking for forgiveness. You understand what he's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do this to hurt you. It had nothing to do with you. The thing that got you was because you didn't see this coming. Because the last time you talked to him or saw him or whatever, he was like everything was great, right?
Right.
And then it was just gone like that.
Right.
He says you're having a hard time, but he goes, "I'm reassuring you, this is really me." You blocked me out for a long time because you didn't know that you weren't ready for me. Mentally, you were blocking him out.
I've had a lot of dreams about him, and I've actually seen.
But were you blocking him out like towards at the beginning of it? I'm assuming is what he's talking about.
No, I've actually seen him.
Well, you don't have to tell me anymore. He's going to tell me that stuff. That's why I do the validation part. But I know spirit doesn't lie. But there's some point in your life that you were blocking him out. Is what he's saying, and I don't know what that was. I'm just throwing it out here. What he tells me.
I have to think about it more.
Yeah, he says you blocked him out right after you got all crazy, like the stuff that you were going. It took you a while to get through that. He was trying to get through.
Yeah.
That's what, you understand that now? Okay.
Yes.
Try to be open to this reading. Okay. If you're open, it's going to get through. Because otherwise, when you start saying no, no, no too many times, you'll block me out and then this reading ain't going to work. You understand that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Just try to be open. And, even though it's something, even though you might not remember stuff, and this is what happens. People don't remember stuff all the time, and they keep saying no. When they do that, they block the reading out, and then they blame it on me, and it's nothing to do with me.
Oh, I won't blame you.
Oh, I know. It just happens all the time. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to let people know that it does happen, but just try to be open though. It's okay. I mean, it's like if there's something that doesn't make sense, it's okay to tell me. But like if things you don't remember, just don't say no because you just don't remember. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever saw stuff on your bedroom floor in the past? I don't know how long it's been. Like laying on the ground, you wonder how it got there. What is it?
Dimes.
What, dimes?
Dimes.
And he says I leave things laying on her bedroom floor for her to pick up.
Dimes.
And you don't usually carry dimes. You don't know where they're coming from. That's your
Right.
brother then. That's validation.
Right.
And he validated that you have seen his spirit. Now what's going on with that?
One time, for example, I was outside and I was painting something, and he was a painter, and I saw his spirit with his dog, and they were both really healthy. And another time, I was sitting on the bench in my bedroom, and I was trying to play something, and his spirit like rushed through me.
They do that. They'll push right. That's that breeze you feel. And you can be in a
Yes.
house and there'll be a breeze right through and you won't know what it's from. And it's just a spirit saying, I'm right here. They're just like, hello, I'm right here. I'm doing everything I'm trying to do to let you know I'm here.
But I actually saw him in great detail when it happened.
But that's what he's trying to. But you've been seeing his spirit more than once.
Yes.
Do you have abilities?
That's what I'm wondering.
So as a little girl, you haunted by things your whole life or what?
Yes.
You were born with it then.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably easier for you to see them this way than I would assume.
Yeah. I have a lot of dreams. What do you say? Dream abilities? Sleep abilities, something like that?
So there's things called sleeping mediums. Yeah. So they visit you in dreams. They want to be crossed over. They want you to leave a message for somebody that's crossed. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your brother tells me he's also visited you in dreams.
Yes.
I mean, not dreams. He comes through music. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was talking and thinking at the same time. You laid a flower for him.
A flower?
Did you lay a rose down for him at some point or a flower?
I can't remember.
It's okay. Is he saying thank you for the flower? I don't know if it's for you or somebody else. He wants you to, just like the last word, he wants you to forgive yourself and let this go.
Mm-hmm. I know what he's talking about.
Did he wear a chain or a necklace?
Yes.
You have that?
No. We
Who
can't
has
find it. We don't know.
Have you been talking to him? Is that why he's shown me that necklace?
Maybe. There's something I want to ask you, and that might be something of it.
Yeah.
Well, I keep getting this overwhelming feeling that he wants me to find something.
It's the necklace.
It's the necklace? Okay.
Let me ask him if he knows. That necklace is in your bedroom. He doesn't know how it got there, but it's there. It must have either fallen something or fell between something. It's somewhere in your room. That's why he's so strongly coming to you, is he wants that necklace to be found and it's in your bedroom. So I don't know what that means. It could have fallen and I don't know. Something somehow gotten us in the room somewhere.
I don't know. I'll look.
Check the closet. He goes, go through things. He goes, I think you're going to find it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say before he goes?
I was really wondering about what to look for, so I think that answers my question.
Did I help you? You gave more validation to me than I was supposed to give to you, by the way. I was supposed to give you all that validation.
I sort of made a deal with them that I didn't want to see them in person anymore, just in my dreams, but they're not coming in my dreams now either.
This is between you and him, and he'll hear you when you talk to them. Every time we talk to them, talk about them, or think of them, they're really with us. So you have your own private conversation with him and tell him.
Okay.
He'll understand. And I'm sure you're going to feel him when he's next to you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
This help you? Thank you.
Yes.
He says he loves you and he's waving goodbye. Thank you.
All right.
So reading was a bit difficult because she was dealing with her own stuff going on, I think, still. And spirits don't lie. Like at the beginning, I did reading with her. I did reading, and another spirit jumped through, and we think that was her dad because any time you have a senior or a junior that comes through, the other one will always jump in. So if you want me to connect with your dad and grandpa's the senior, whatever, and he jumps through, it happens all the time. So even there's been a lot of times where I'll ask the grandpa to stop coming through and they'd still jump in. It gets annoying. Thank you for the gifts. But she was, I think, with her, she was, I just saw a lot of skepticism on her face, and but I knew that she was getting it. She understood it. She was understanding this reading, and it helped her. I wasn't trying to make her believe anything. I was just allowing her brother to come through to deliver what he needed to say. But she was giving me more validation than I would normally give somebody, which is crazy. So if you guys want me to pick normally from the chat, this is what you want. I need you guys' help on this. I need you guys to following me on my Facebook. Like and follow me so I can get that Facebook page going again. And if you guys want to know where it's at, it's under my picture under my bio where it says it's under where it says Facebook. Click it once, follow me there. Thank you. Follow me there, like the page, and if I get more people there, I can do regular readings. I won't have to do these 20 guest requests. That's why I'm asking people to help me out. All right. A private reading is a half hour reading. For a private reading, 65, an hour is 125. It just private message me under that bio. Hello, everybody. I don't know if you don't have Facebook or Instagram. You can try to find me on my webpage, Big Sky Medium. Maybe that might help you. BigSkyMedium.com. But I normally work with Facebook and Instagram and TikTok nowadays. Yes, Teresa Caputo is a real medium. In fact, when she was on tour, she came to Great Falls, Montana, and she did a reading for me up there. Yes, she's legit. There's no way she would have known stuff. She was doing readings for people in around Montana that I knew and my family knew that nobody would know. So yeah, she's legit. Celebrities who are they're legit. There's no way for them to be up there unless they were real. So yeah, those people are real. You're welcome. Thank you, Mon. I appreciate that. Facebook is going to be a pain. I can just see it. Every time I do this, it's almost like Facebook picks who I get to read and who I don't. It's just frustrating. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you, guys. You guys make sure you follow the people that are sending gifts. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing my video. When you share the video, it helps other people. Thank you. Thank you for the taps. You guys keep the taps up too. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you. Facebook. I mean, TikTok. Hi, how are you?
Good. That was a surprise.
And what's your name?
Kimberly.
Kimberly, who do you want me to connect with?
William Elliott.
In relationship?
Friend.
How many years?
He's been gone 2 years this
Okay.
month.
So give me a minute. He's going to show himself looking in his 20s, so I don't know if you remember him that young, but I'll do my best to give any other validation, okay?
Yeah.
You're always busy. You can't sit down for a minute, is what he told me. She's always doing stuff. She's never changed. She's always doing stuff. You need a long vacation. Have you ever seen the lights in your living room kind of blink a little bit? Or they boom, 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 like, you know what I'm saying?
Not really blink. I turned one on, but I left the room and it came back and it was off and a different one was on the other day.
You think that's him messing with you? Because he's talking about the lights. Just pay attention to that. That's
I
something he
hope
would
so.
probably do. He's laughing because he goes, she doesn't get it because she's always busy. I'm always trying to let her know I'm there and she's always doing something. She's always in the phone. She's always doing this. She's doing that. Are you a busy person like he says you are?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like your hair is being played with or touched? Have you got to that point yet?
No.
Okay, he has messed with your TV, he said, so I don't know what the TV story is, but he says I messed with the TV. You're not seeing all this? Let me see what he looks like, all
not
right?
that.
All right, let me see what he looks like.
Okay.
Does he have blondish red hair? Or blonde hair or
No.
something? Like, no?
No.
That's a weird day. I've been getting weird people jumping in my readings today. Hold on. So this is his real name, William Elliott, or is it Bill Elliott?
No, it's William. William.
So he's got the dark brown hair.
Yeah.
Short dark brown hair. Does he wear a hat
Kinda.
sometimes?
So, yeah.
T-shirt and jeans. Okay, so it's T-shirt and jeans with guys.
Yeah.
He has a dog with him. If he's had one, let's see. He said the same thing. Hold on. I thought this thing's coming. Sorry. He said the same thing. I messed with the light and I messed with the TV in the past. So I don't know if you paid attention. I just want to make sure this was him. What's that? Thank you.
I'll start to pay more attention. I'll look for it now.
So as long as you know this is him, I wanted to make sure I got the right spirit. It's been just one of those weird days where other people are jumping in today, and I'm like, oh, it's getting me frustrated. He says his death was untimely. That's how he put it, untimely. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't understand what does that mean. What does untimely mean?
It could mean different things. It could mean like I haven't gotten further with this reading, so I'm just gonna like for some people it could mean that people were assuming that he was gonna die within a week on the deathbed. It could mean that he could have got hit by a car. It's untimely. It could be it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's funny. He says, "Tell her to pay attention to those damn birds when I come as a bird. She doesn't pay attention." He goes, "I'm gonna start pecking at that window, and she better know it's me." He has a sense of humor. What do you want to say to him or ask him?
I want him to tell me he's sorry for lying to me and not letting me be able to say goodbye to him.
He says, "Lying to you for what?" You go, "Which time?" He's laughing. He goes, "Which time?" He goes, "You know." He goes, "You know that." He goes, "You know, I'm sorry." He goes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry I never got to say goodbye. He goes, "I take responsibility for that one. It's me." He goes, "You know me, I'm a goofball. It's just who I am, but I am sorry." And I'm asking for forgiveness because there was a time when you needed me and I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry.
No, he was always there for me. Always. He saved my life.
He goes, "No." He goes, "No, there was a time." He goes, "There was one time." And I made an excuse. I was busy, and I was busy, but I'm sorry. Because you just can't think straight. He goes, "You can't think straight." He goes, "You're going to remember this. You're going to remember it." He goes, "I want you to know that everything that we did together, you meant so much to me." Hold on to what we had. He doesn't want you to shut people out. You understand that? Don't shut people out because of my death. Because I don't know if you know you're doing it, but you've been doing it. Does that make sense to you?
No,
Is it like trust issues or what?
I don't know. I guess I'm too busy to have friends, I guess.
Where are you from?
Missouri.
Missouri. I'm always here. I want you to keep talking to me. Is there anything else you want to ask or say to him?
Just tell him that I love him and I want him to show himself more. Every time I try to talk to him or feel him, I can't.
So what happens when after somebody dies, they do a lot of things to let us know they're around, and then it subsides after a time. And the reason for that is because they know that we're okay with where they're at. We know they're at peace. The second thing is in heaven, they're never bored. They're always busy. Down here, we get bored. Up there, they don't. They're just boom, boom, boom. They do come and visit us, but they don't like to stir things up because they know that we're okay at the time. But you know what the thing is? You have to get on them. You have to bug them a lot. Every day, even before you go to sleep, say, "Visit me in my dreams." Say his first and last name and think of him. Think of him in your house and ask him to keep doing things. He's going to do it. Not on our, sometimes it's not on our terms, it's on their term.
Right.
So you just got to be open to it. Huh?
I've been doing that every day.
Don't give up.
Been on your live for months now, so I finally got through.
Well, thank you.
So, well, yeah, thanks. I don't know. I just wanted him to know that I didn't know if he knew I've been trying to talk to him.
He hears you. It's true. Every time we think of them, talk to them, talk about them, they're with us. Just be open. Like he said earlier, be open.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the taps. Thank you guys for sharing the videos. Thank you for the gifts. Make sure you guys follow the gift givers. These guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It's funny when people ask me if I'm the real deal. I mean, they can go on my old page. It's still there. I got over 30,000 followers on my Facebook page before I got banned off of it. And then, like how many people I got on here? I mean, quite a bit. Followers on here. I got my own radio show. I'm not fake. I'm hopefully get on tour in a couple months. Thank you for the gift. So I'm not fake. There's a lot of thank you. There's a lot of things on these readings that there's nothing for me to know. So for only that the spirit and the reader would know that I would not know. I'm not here to convince anybody I'm real though. That's up to you if you want to believe it or not. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
What's your name?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good.
Kayla.
Kayla. Kayla, what who would
Yes.
you like me to connect with today?
My dad.
Sorry for your loss. How long has it been since you've crossed over?
Today is 1 year.
Okay. What was your dad's first and last name?
Jimmy Coolidge Sr.
Oh, give me 1 second. So is the junior up in heaven too?
No.
Oh, good. That's crazy. And every time that happens, I always end up with another one of that family member. Always jumping in all the time. It always happens. All right. So Jimmy Coolidge Sr., right?
Yes.
Let Jimmy quit. He says you were just talking to him right before you got on, so you must have had a conversation with him. He goes, tell her I just heard her. She's like, you better get on here. Does that make sense? Because that's what I heard her say.
Yes.
I need you to forgive me because I didn't take care of myself right up to the end. You warned me and I didn't listen. I was stubborn. You know me, I did things my own way. You got on me and you got on me. You were trying to make me live. And you were like, you keep living this way, you're going to lose me, you're going to lose our family. Is that what you want? And he goes, I remember that. But I did things my own way and I'm sorry. He keeps apologizing. You understand him, what he's talking about?
Yes.
I am sorry I broke your heart. I want you to know I'm okay now. I'm a different person. I don't look the same.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what he looks like. Your husband, when he was in his 20s, I don't know if you have pictures of him or remember him this way, but I see a gentleman with dark brown hair, medium length for a guy, t-shirt and jeans kind of guy. A medium length is different than medium length for a girl, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. I got to see what my puppy's doing. Give me 1 second. I got to see what my puppy's doing. Sorry, I check on him. You understand that he says, I love you and I would nothing I would do for you. My love for you has always been there. It's just me that I was just stubborn. He goes, me and you, we go way back. You're my best friend. You guys been together for a long time, it sounds like. How long have you guys been together? I'm sorry.
My dad. I'm the youngest. I'm gonna be turning 40 next month.
That means that you were close to him?
Yes. I was the baby of the family.
It's funny. He goes, you guys go way back. It's like I wonder if somebody else was jumping in this reading again. I've been having weird things like this today, like other family members jumping in and then friends jumping in. And I'm like, what's going on here? So if somebody's jumping in this reading, you got to let me know, okay? Because they can go back and forth.
Okay. Okay.
But when I see your dad, he looks like like he's healthy. He doesn't look overweight. He doesn't look sick. He doesn't look how you remembered him. Like he looks like a young 20-year-old man. That's how I see him.
Yeah.
And you have a big family over there, because when I see him, I see people behind him, which tells he's showing me that you have a lot of family there.
Yes.
He keeps apologizing. Were you on your dad? Were you on your dad a lot for getting better? Because he feels really guilty. He keeps apologizing.
Yes.
Is your mom alive?
Yes.
It's almost like when he talks to me, it's like he's talking to his wife, and it's weird. It's hard for me to explain.
I moved back in with my mom.
Is she in there with you right now?
Yeah, she's in the kitchen.
So he's talking. Okay, so he's aware of this. So he's talking to his wife, but also talking to you. So I'm getting confused. I'm like, I know this is your daughter, but it's like the way he words things. It's like your wife. Does that make sense? But I think he's trying to let his wife know this too. That is crazy. What is her name?
Francis?
All right. So the thing is he's saying she's the one that was getting on me. And so does that make sense? She was the one that was getting on me about my health a lot.
Yeah.
So okay. So you understand that now? Okay, that's crazy.
Yes.
Because I was trying to figure out what he was trying to say. So he knows that your mom's there in that kitchen. That's why he's talking that way. You were with your dad towards the end.
Yes.
Was it right towards the end of his breath?
No. It was
Your mom again?
I wasn't around. Yes.
Okay. Because I get that. He goes, thank you for being with me right towards the end of my last breath. So it must be to your mom then again. So I don't know who he's talking to. It's hard for me. I'm just a messenger. So I'm just saying it so you understand as it goes. You know who he's talking about, okay?
Yes.
Because I don't want to. It's hard for me to go what he's talking about. He hears your mom talking to him all the time, and he hears you talking as well. Your family still honors him. You like get-togethers and stuff, correct?
Yes.
That's what he's saying. My family still honors me during family get-togethers, and that means a lot to him. So it's good to do that that you're honoring him that way. I'm seeing a blanket. Why am I seeing a blanket? There's a blanket being laid down. Is this for you or your blanket. Mom? Huh?
It's on my mom. My
Does
mom's
she understand
blanket.
It's whose blanket?
Yes.
So she laid a blanket down for him or something?
She lays with it?
What's that?
She lays with it?
So you understand what he's showing me then about the blanket for your mom? I love them all and I'm sorry. I want them to forgive me. I hear your prayers. I hear you talking to me. I'm always here. Kayla, my girl, I want you to be strong. And don't take on too much. Thank you for helping your mom. You talk to your dad a lot when you're driving, when you're alone.
Yes.
I've never left you. You're my baby girl. I miss hugging you. That one last hug, I miss it. Don't worry, we're gonna hug again one day. Don't worry. Did your dad wear a watch?
Yes,
Do you have that watch?
he when he passed, well, he was dealing with COVID, and I came and visit him. He gave me that watch he told me to hold on to it, which I was holding on to it. Then when we were getting to bury him, my sisters and my brothers wanted that watch back, so I gave it back to them, and they buried him with it.
Okay, you
That was
understand?
like the last thing he gave me. That was the last thing. That's the thing he gave me. That was from hand to hand, but I had to give it back.
So
I
the
gave
thing
it to
was,
my sister too.
when I'll ask a spirit, can you tell me one thing that I don't know for validation that you gave to her, or that you know that she has of yours? And that's why he showed that to me. You understand that now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He gave me a watch. Yeah.
He goes, he's laughing. He goes, you could have kept that watch. He goes, I got so many watches up here, honey. I don't. That watch is just in the ground now. That's not with me. I love you. I come as an eagle. You tell your mom I'm here. You tell everybody I'm okay now. Not to worry. I'm safe, but I'm with you all the time. I love you, my girl. Wave him goodbye. He's like walking up a hillside, and he's just happy. He's smiling. He went
Yes.
like this and turned around and walked up a hillside. That's why I seen him leave. He went back to the light. Does that sound like your dad?
Yes.
I was confused at the moment because he was talking to you like a wife, and I'm confused. I'm like, but I was allowing him to work through me, but he knew that your mom was there. That was crazy. Until I had to ask you, was your mom there? Because I would have known that. I mean, it's just crazy. But that he was trying to let your mom. It was also for your mom as well. She needed to hear
Okay.
this. Thank you
Yes.
for allowing me to do this, Caleb. I hope you got some healing from this.
Yeah. Thank you so
You and your
much.
mom. God bless you.
Yes. You too.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. But that's how readings go. I mean, every one of my readings are never the same. They're all different. They're all different. There's no. I mean, I didn't know that lady's mom was there, but it's. I was so into that reading and how he was talking. I had to think. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is he talking about the wife? It's like it's not the wife, it's the daughter. But it seemed like her mom needed to hear that too. Thank you. Message me a half hour 65 and hours 125. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm so honored for you to do
Why is
this.
that?
So honored for you to do this for me.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not a celebrity. I don't know if I'll ever be one, but I'm not any better than anybody else. I'm just a messenger.
You know,
Well, thank you.
been waiting for so long to do this because I have basically all my family up there.
Okay, so who's on your heart the most, would you say?
um, I have to say my sister because
I'm
we're
sorry.
like really so close.
How old are you, by the way? You're 18, right? Over 18?
I'm 24, gonna be 25 in no.
Okay, you look young too.
Yeah,
It's a good thing. All right, and what's your first name?
Kyla,
And what's your sister's name?
Cheyenne,
That's a pretty name. All right, and her last name?
Partridge.
Partridge?
Yeah,
Partridge. All right. So when I do show her, she's probably young when she passed. How long has it been?
4 years.
So she's probably still going to look the same. Everybody looks like in their 20s when I see them, okay?
Okay.
She's sorry she never got to say goodbye to you. She's sorry she never got to say goodbye to anybody because her death was so quick.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
She goes, but my sister talks to me almost every day. She tells me what's going on. She's just asking me she goes, what's up? Sometimes I try talking to her, but I don't know if she hears me in her head, but I try. She goes, I'm not going to leave her. She's thanking you for coming to talk to her. That means a lot to her, she said. So she's a pretty girl. She's got dark brown hair. A little bit like medium length, a little bit longer than medium length. Is that her?
Yeah.
I see her wearing a hoodie, like a blue hoodie or something, like a blue hoodie, and she's smiling. And she's going like this, smiling or something, giving me a peace sign. She's smiling. Does that sound like her?
Yeah. So her.
She's saying if she ever gets reincarnated, she's taking up classes in modeling, and she's also taking up classes as being a nurse or something. She wants to help other people. She's always she's always wondering what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm helping people. I'm traveling. I'm always down there hanging out. I sit on your couch all the time and watch TV with you. She's visited you in a dream or dreams. She liked music, so she comes through music. When you're laying down, do you hear noises in your bedroom?
All the time.
So understand, in heaven, there's no time like we have night and day. There's no time like that in heaven. So she might be coming down when it could be because you're like you're a busy person during the day. And so when we're finally resting, they're moving things around to say I'm right here. So that could be that's what she's doing. Thank you.
Yeah. Because I hear tapping. I recorded like tapping on a wall beside me, and there's like nowhere anything near me. Anyways.
I think that's her. Sounds like it's her. What's that?
I freaked out a little bit. It's like, what's going on? So
She goes, that's me because I'm the only goofy one that would do that to you.
yeah.
She says there's a necklace that you wear. What's going on with the necklace?
I have a necklace that says family. It's like a tree.
Is there something connected with her? Is that why she's saying that?
That I'm not too sure.
If something comes up with the necklace, then you'll understand what it means. So not everybody remembers everything. Or did you give her a necklace?
I think so, yeah, for Mother's Day.
Did you try calling her before she died?
I did. Yeah, I tried calling her on Facebook how many times.
And this is right before she passed, right? Or after? Because she's saying
she went missing a day after, and then I tried calling her, and it didn't go through. And I tried calling her cell phone number too.
Because what she told me, she goes, I'm sorry, I wasn't there right before you called me. I need you to forgive me. There's no way for me to know that.
Yeah, because we did get in an argument, and I said some things, and I regretted it till this day.
She already said it's forgiven. She goes, let it go. She goes, who cares? We're sisters. We love each other. It doesn't matter.
Sounds like her.
Is she the baby sister? Or is she making a joke? Because she goes, I'm always going to be the babysitter, or the baby sister, no matter what.
No, she's my older sister.
But she's making jokes.
Yeah, we make jokes all the time.
What do you want to ask or say to her?
If she's uh, if she's with our family up there, and if she's happy, and if she forgives my dad.
Yes, but Dad's got to learn to forgive himself.
Yeah.
Work on him. She goes, I know you're going to work on him. Work on him. Keep bugging him for me, okay? I'll make him. Just tell him what I said. Tell Dad I miss him. Tell him everything's forgiven. And I'm the one messing with his TV when he watches TV. He knows what I'm talking about. He thinks it's the battery or something with the remote. It's me. He gets mad. I'm going to keep visiting you in dreams, so be open.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say to her?
That if she can like visit my cousin in her dream, because she's going through a lot.
Because I'm already there. She goes, I am. We got to pray for her. It's funny because I see her on the beach. She must like the beach. She always wanted to be on the beach because that's where she's at right now.
Yeah.
She has that hoodie on, and I seen when I saw something, it looked like sand, you know, like sand, water, like you're on the beach, and it was coming up, and then I look up, and there she is. She's on the beach.
She loves the beach.
So this is where she's always going to be. Every time you think of her young, like with the hoodie, this is how she is in her own heaven up there, and she's either up there or she's down here with you and your family.
Okay. Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah. I really needed this.
Says she loves you and she's blowing you a kiss goodbye.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
My anxiety is kicking in.
What's that?
My anxiety just starting to kick in.
Did it sound like your sister to you?
Yeah,
Did you feel healing from this, I hope?
I did, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. You guys make sure you guys follow the gift givers. Thank you, mods, for help. All your help on here, by the way. Let's see. So when you guys are watching me do these readings, you'll see me give validation. That's how you know I'm legit. I'm real. I don't make any of this stuff up. Thank you. I'm human. I make mistakes like everybody does. You can't be expecting me to be like 100% accurate, though. I think if any medium is 100% accurate, I think there's something wrong there. Yes, somebody said, always remember to listen to your gift. Facebook or TikTok. How old are you? You look young too. I must have my glasses on because everybody looks young today. Oh, she froze. Are you still there? Hello? Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, that sucks. Oh, keep trying. Yes, I think you're going to get disconnected. I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for more people to come on. Sometimes TikTok is, you know, it just disconnects people, and sometimes it lets people in. It's out of my hand. Some people come on really quick, and then there's some people like this. Right now, she's probably going to get disconnected because I don't know what's going on. I hate when TikTok does that because I wish I can help all these people. So So if anybody knows why this happens, please share it if it helps. I don't know. Why it freezes for some people and doesn't for others, I don't know. That sucks. Keep trying, though. That's all I can say is keep trying. Thank you guys for the gifts. Make sure you guys follow these gift givers, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Thank you guys for the gifts. Do you think I should restart and come back? Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if I should or not. Would it help or no? Thank you. All right. So I'll keep going, you guys. But if I keep... Okay. And what's your first name?
Janine,
And Janine, who would you like me to connect with today?
my grandmother.
Sorry for your loss. What was her name?
Barbara. And I'll spell the last name. It's Wojtyna.
How do you pronounce it?
Wojtyna.
Wojtyna?
Yeah, it's Wojtyna.
Wojtyna.
Yeah.
I have to read it my way. It's the only way I'm going to be able to pronounce it. So I'm not trying to kill your grandma's name. It's just how I pronounce it in my head. So how long has it been since she's crossed over?
It's going to be 12 years in May.
Thank you. If you guys want a private reading with me, go under my bio. And it says it's a Facebook bio. Sorry, go into my bio here on TikTok. There's under there, it says Facebook. Click it, like and follow me there. Message me there if you need a private reading. A half hour, 65, an hour is 125. And please like and follow me on that page because I'm trying to get more people on my Facebook page so I can get that going so I can do free readings on there as well. My old Facebook got, somebody put child porn on there, sent it out on my business page and it went out. And I got charged $75 twice. Now I'm locked out forever from it. So please get that, please like and follow me on that page. I appreciate that. And that way I can help more people too. So Barbara Wojtyna, right?
Wojtyna, yeah.
Wojtyna. Hope I said it right.
It's okay.
She had problems breathing or moving around right before she passed.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you? So thank you for that gift. She says she's sorry she never got to say goodbye to you, but she said my health has improved. I can finally move around and breathe. She finally got her, she says, I finally got my steps back. I can finally get up and move and do everything now. Even though I left you without saying goodbye, you were always remaining in my heart. So you never really left me. She's visited you in a dream or dreams, so I don't know if you remember those. She would visit you as a sparrow, those little birds that like to sing. So when I see a sparrow, that means they're very sociable. They're very sociable birds. They like to sing. Little birds like that are very protective of their own. They stay out of drama, obviously. Does that sound like your grandma?
Yeah.
She says, boy, do I like to sing. When I could sing in my younger days. She liked music. When your grandma was in her 20s, she has brown hair, dark brown hair. She curled it like wavy or something. It was a different time at that time. Does that make sense to you? Curly. You have seen pictures of her? And she wore a dress. And it's not like a gown, it's a dress. Like those days, it's like, I want to say it looks like a cotton dress. It's like short sleeve. and it goes past her ankles. I mean, not past her ankles, past her knees. It's like either small floral print on it, and like the collar just got the lacy around the collar or something.
Yeah.
That's why I see her. She's very pretty. There are 2 cats with her, she tells me. Was your grandma raised on the farm or lived in a farm?
She came to the U.S. when she was 7, so I believe so. When she was younger, it was a
She
farm.
told me, she goes, I'm back on my farm. I love it here. So in her private heaven, she's back to where she liked being. That's where her favorite place was, I guess, or good memories. Who has her? Oh, she's gone. Oh, shoot. What happened to everybody? Anyway, if you're still here, Janine, your grandma said that she's talking about a necklace, and anything with this necklace that she believes your mom has it. So I just want to throw that out there. What happened? That is crazy. Can anybody still come on or no? I'm freezing. All right, let me get off here, and you guys come back on, okay? Let me get off here. Try it all over again if I'm lagging. Hold on. Give me a second here. Follow me as soon as I get off here, okay? Make sure you follow me.